Hey, thanks for joining me this week in our Snap Forward IT tips. This week we are addressing the decision to either hire an outsourced company like us or hiring an in-house IT person. I think you're going to know where I stand on this, especially if you're a company that has between 15 and 50 or 75 employees and even more. It just doesn't work out right. And these are the 5 reasons why. So really the title of this one should be Hiring In-House IT, What the Hell Are You Thinking? Let's go through this, right? So number 1, hiring. How do you know how to hire an IT person? Hiring employees is hard enough as it is, especially when you know all about your industry. So no matter the industry you're in, how do you know how to hire for IT? I've made mistakes hiring people in IT. It's not easy, and it's hard to BS me. So if somebody can get past me in a good interview, how are you going to hire someone who then is going to have the keys to the castle? They're going to know everything that goes on, have access to every piece of information in your network. This one right here is enough to make me want to say, you know what, you're right. But hey, who am I? That's why we need to keep going here, right? So number 2, employee issues. We all have them, right? Vacations, sick days, quitting. Heaven forbid somebody passes away on you. Everything that could possibly happen with a single employee. How can you justify hiring someone who could then leave you and you don't know if they've written down the passwords. You don't know if they've written down the procedures to do what needs to happen to resolve an issue, to help an employee resolve whatever issues they have going on, how to back things up, what to do if a server goes down. All of the things that need to be documented and that need to happen in your system goes away if that person if that person disappears. And you know, heaven forbid they're sick one day and everybody gets sick and there's nothing you can do about it. And does your entire company just stop working that day, or, you know, how does that work out? So, you know, basic employee issues. Why are you going to let your whole company run on one person's knowledge? The next one's cost. Now, look, we're not inexpensive, but compared to hiring in-house, we are much less costly. If you're a 25 endpoint customer, you're about $37.50 a month, which is about $45,000, right? And to hire one mid-level tech, you're probably going to spend more than that. The entry level is going to be close to $30,000 or $35,000. Mid-level is going to be between $40,000 and $60,000, if not more. Then you have to worry about vacation, benefits, medical expenses, and everything else that goes into it, plus all the tools they're going to need to use to properly maintain things. They're going to need a laptop. They're going to need software. They're going to need you're going to need backup. You're going to need firewall. All the stuff that goes into properly maintaining a client. All of those costs get shifted onto you. So while it might be easy to say, hey, but if Tony's down the hall, I can just pick up the phone and he'll fix my problem real fast. I'm going to tell you why that's the wrong way to think about it, but you're going to pay a lot of money just to be able to have somebody walk down the hall. So if you want to spend a lot more money and get worse results, hire in-house. So since we've addressed cost, with best practices, there's no incentive for an in-house person to implement best practices. They don't want to be more efficient. They want to justify their jobs. They want to be needed. They want people to constantly have to call on them, to depend on them, so that they can say, look at all the stuff I did this week. From our point of view, we don't ever want you to call us. So when we're doing a really good job, when we're really profitable, when we're really efficient, it's because you're efficient. It's because nobody's calling us from your company, because you have many fewer problems than you do with either another outsourced provider or with an in-house person. And you won't care about picking up the phone and having us walk down the hall in 10 minutes because you won't be picking up the phone as much. So Documentation, best practices, becoming more efficient, all the things that we need to do as a company to be more profitable is the exact opposite of what an in-house person wants to be, because you don't want to walk by, and they know you don't want to walk by and see them sitting at their desk doing nothing. They already have their job, they're getting paid, they need to be working, and that involves things that don't matter. You want to be more efficient. So best practices, doing things more efficiently, something that's not on the to-do list for an employee generally, unless you get a superstar. And if you do have that superstar, keep them. But what happens if he gets sick? So, resources. We talked a little bit about resources when we talked about cost, all the things that you need to purchase to support the IT person that you have in-house. We have resources, enterprise level resources that you would never want to pay for because it's just too expensive. Your business could not support it unless you're incredibly high tech, in which case maybe you do need somebody in-house. But for the general business out there, all of the things you have to pay for, remote monitoring, automated maintenance, remote support software, antivirus, backup software, backup appliances, all these things that are included in what we do, you have to pay for out of pocket. So you're going to pay $40,000 to $60,000 or more for an employee. You're going to pay for their benefits. They're going to go on vacation. They're going to call in sick. They're going to quit one day and leave you with who knows what type of situation. On top of that, you need to pay for all the tools that we use and that are necessary to run more efficiently. Even a ticketing system to keep things more organized, a documentation system to house all of your best practices. All of those things cost money. With us, they're spread out across all of our customers, and there's no impact to you. It's all in our bill, and it's all in a flat monthly fee, and for that fee, we tell you you're going to be more efficient. I hope that all of this was easily laid out there. I think you can tell that I think it's an awful idea to hire in-house. But, you know, if you want to talk about it, give me a call and we'll talk about it more. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't hire in-house. Unless you can hire a team, don't hire in-house. It's just not a good idea. All right. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.